So I'm going to back up slightly to get all of reference 104 in.
Common mistakes made when writing compound sentences. Reference 104 teaches us about comma splices and run-on sentences. Comma splices and run-on sentences are mistakes that are often made when joining clauses together to make a compound sentence. It is important to identify these common mistakes and to know how to correct them. Number 1. A comma splice occurs when two clauses are joined with just a comma and no conjunction. Look at the incorrect example. I wanted to go home, comma, I missed the bus. This is called a comma splice. This sentence needs a conjunction along with that comma. Now look at the correct example. I wanted to go home, but I missed the bus. You can see what adding a conjunction does to make the sentence correct. Number 2. A run-on sentence occurs when two clauses are joined with just a conjunction. Let's read the incorrect example of this run-on sentence. I wanted to go home, but I missed the bus. This run-on sentence may sound correct, but technically, it's not following the standard English conventions, so it needs a comma. To make this sentence correct, you will need to place a comma before the conjunction but. Now the sentence reads, I wanted to go home, but I missed the bus. Number 3. A run-on sentence also occurs when two clauses are joined with no comma and no conjunction. Together, let's read the incorrect sentence. I wanted to go home, I missed the bus. Does this sound right to you? I hope that sentence sounded a little funny to you, because it definitely needs a comma and a conjunction. Here's how you correct this run-on sentence. Just add a comma and a conjunction. Let's read it together now. I wanted to go home, but I missed the bus. Doesn't that sound much better? This student tip offers some very valuable information about commas. That's why I've put a gold star at the top of the box. You might even want to take some notes. Number 1. Always put a comma before a conjunction when you form a compound sentence. For example, I wanted a new purse, but I got a new coat instead. Notice the comma in conjunction in this compound sentence. Number 2. Always put a comma before a conjunction when you list 3 or more items in a series. For example, I like lettuce, tomato, and pickles on my hamburger. Notice we listed 3 items, lettuce, tomato, pickles. So we put a comma and conjunction before the last item listed. Number 3. Do not put a comma before a conjunction when you combine only 2 words or groups of words to form compound parts. For example, Nancy and I walked and talked at the park. No commas are necessary in this example. Now that we've reached the end of the lesson, I'd like you to print and complete Classroom Practice 26. When you're finished, please review it with your teacher. I'll review the instructions now. Exercise 1. Classify each sentence. Underline the complete subject once and the complete predicate twice. Exercise 2. Write the labels for the 7 parts of speech you have studied so far. Exercise 3. Identify each type of sentence by writing the correct label in the blank. Exercise 4. Use a slash to separate each clause. Write compound sentences as indicated by the labels in the parentheses. I know you'll do a fantastic job. See you next time.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to make a copy of the grammar sheet that I send you, and you're going to label those parts of speech correctly. You do not have to do the underlining of the subject and the predicate. Okay. And then exercises 2, 3, and 4, I will have on in a quiz form for you to take. So that will be the end of the lessons for this week. So that'll be due on Friday. Okay, due Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. God's blessings to you. We're going to wrap up this grammar video. Bye.